Imagine reaching for a handful of nuts, believing you're making a heart-healthy choice, only to discover that some of those innocent-looking snacks could be silently sabotaging your health. In today's fast-paced world, knowing what fuels your body and what secretly harms it has never been more crucial. Hi, I'm Ethan Carter, a lifelong health enthusiast from sunny Charleston, South Carolina, and today I'm about to reveal a truth most people never hear. Not all nuts are created equal. Some are powerful allies for your heart, brain, and waistline. Others, they can trigger dangerous inflammation, pack on pounds, and even expose you to hidden toxins. Here's the quick breakdown. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts. These four are nutritional powerhouses you should embrace. Macadamia nuts, peanuts, pine nuts, and chestnuts. These four could be harming your health without you even realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which nuts to keep in your pantry and which ones to ditch for good. So grab a seat and maybe rethink that trail mix as we dive deep into the shocking truth about nuts you should and shouldn't eat. Think all nuts are healthy? Type 1 to see which 4 to avoid, and 4 to eat daily. For years, like so many others, I thought that grabbing any type of nut was a guaranteed health boost. After all, aren't nuts supposed to be little miracles packed with protein, good fats, and essential vitamins? But one evening, everything changed. I was chatting with my good friend Charlotte Mitchell, a retired nutritionist who spent over 30 years studying diet trends. Over a simple cup of coffee in her cozy Charleston kitchen, she dropped a bombshell that I'll never forget. She leaned in and said, "Ethan, eating the wrong nuts could be just as bad as eating junk food." Wait, what? My mind raced. I pictured myself mindlessly munching on handfuls of peanuts and buttery macadamia nuts, believing I was doing something good. But Charlotte explained that some nuts are overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids, processed oils, sugars, and even dangerous mold toxins that quietly chip away at your health. And then she outlined the 4 champions: almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, and why they work like natural medicines for your body. Heart support, brain protection, blood sugar balance, even cancer prevention. At the same time, she exposed the darker side of nuts like macadamia nuts, sky-high calories, peanuts, aflatoxin contamination, pine nuts, bitter mouth syndrome, and chestnuts, high sugar, low nutrition. These weren't just less healthy options. Some could actively fuel disease, trigger inflammation, and wreck your metabolism, especially if you were eating them often. I sat there stunned. It wasn't just about eating healthy anymore. It was about eating smart. That night, I went home and raided my kitchen cabinets. Every jar, every bag, I checked them all. Some went straight to the trash. Others, like almonds and walnuts, were moved front and center. And that simple decision changed everything. My energy skyrocketed. My focus sharpened. Even my cholesterol levels improved at my next checkup. Sometimes it's not the huge, dramatic life overhauls that transform your health. It's the tiny choices you make every single day, like knowing which nuts to trust. And today, I'm here to share those tiny but powerful truths with you, so you can take back control of your health, one handful at a time. Just a few weeks after making those changes to my diet, I decided to visit my cousin, Henry Parker, who lives upstate in Greenville. Henry's a big guy, full of life, always hosting barbecues, and always snacking. When I arrived, I found him lounging on his porch with a massive bowl of trail mix beside him, overflowing with salted peanuts, candy-coated chocolates, and honey-roasted macadamia nuts. It looked delicious. It smelled amazing. And like anyone would, I reached for a handful without thinking. Henry laughed and said, "Hey, don't be shy, man. Nuts are healthy, right?" That's when I paused. The conversation with Charlotte replayed in my mind. The silent dangers she warned me about. The inflammation, the toxins, the hidden calories were right there in front of me. But before I could even explain, Henry started coughing. A deep, dry, unsettling cough that didn't stop. His wife, Grace, rushed out, concerned. Turns out Henry had been experiencing digestive issues, chronic fatigue, and unexplained weight gain for months, but never thought his healthy snacks could be the problem. That evening, we sat down together and examined the labels on all his so-called healthy nut snacks. Shocking amounts of added sugars, hydrogenated oils, artificial flavorings, and worse, no mention of toxin testing for peanuts. Henry was stunned. He realized that what he thought was a harmless, even beneficial habit was quietly contributing to his health problems. That night, Henry made a promise to himself and to Grace that he would switch to clean, truly health-boosting nuts. No more sugar bombs disguised as health food. No more mindless eating just because a label said natural. Watching Henry wake up to this hidden danger was a powerful reminder. It's not just what you eat, it's the quality and preparation that make all the difference. Small, invisible choices were silently steering his health in the wrong direction. And sadly, most people around us are still making those choices without even knowing it. But you, watching this video, you now have the chance to be different. You have the knowledge, you have the power, and it starts with knowing which nuts truly nourish your body and which ones are quietly holding you back. After seeing Henry's wake-up call firsthand, something shifted deep inside me. I realized how easily we fall into the trap of believing clever marketing instead of listening to our bodies or seeking the real truth about what we consume. For so long, words like natural, organic, and healthy on colorful packages had lulled me and millions of others into a false sense of security. But standing in Henry's kitchen, looking at those bright labels hiding dangerous ingredients, I finally understood. Health isn't sold in flashy packages. It's built through knowledge and intentional choices. From that day forward, I changed how I approach food entirely. I no longer trusted catchy slogans or flashy designs. Instead, I became a label detective, reading ingredients carefully, asking questions, digging deeper. I replaced the sugary trail mixes and processed nut snacks with raw almonds, organic walnuts, unsalted pistachios, and a few precious Brazil nuts. Simple, pure, powerful. And you know what? I didn't just see changes in my energy and weight, though those were incredible. I also experienced a newfound peace of mind, a quiet confidence that I was finally treating my body the way it deserved. Even when I visited grocery stores or friends' homes, I started noticing things I'd never paid attention to before. A bowl of roasted peanuts coated in oil and salt. I could now see the hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface. Every time I chose a handful of raw walnuts over processed snacks, it felt like a small victory, a silent way of saying, I choose to honor my health today. And the best part? It wasn't about deprivation, it was about empowerment. Making smart, informed choices didn't feel like a sacrifice. It felt like freedom. I realized that living healthfully isn't about following rigid rules or extreme diets. It's about small shifts, day by day, choice by choice, that build a future of strength, vitality, and resilience. And now my mission is simple: to help you experience that same transformation, starting with something as simple yet powerful as choosing the right nuts. Because sometimes the smallest changes create the biggest ripples across your entire life. After making those changes, something unexpected happened. Friends and family began noticing. "Wow, Ethan, you look more energized lately," they'd say. Or, "What's your secret? You seem sharper and younger." At first I smiled and brushed it off, but deep down I knew the truth. It all started with something as simple as choosing the right nuts. That realization lit a fire inside me. If a few small shifts in my pantry could create such a profound difference in my life, imagine what it could do for others, especially for people struggling with their energy, blood sugar, heart health, or weight. That's when the opportunity revealed itself, helping others reclaim their health through smarter, simpler choices. I began sharing what I learned with everyone around me. At church gatherings, at the farmer's market, even at family barbecues, whenever someone reached for a bag of sugar-coated peanuts, I gently offered a better alternative. And guess what? People responded. Henry, my cousin, who once struggled with coughing fits and fatigue, now packs a small bag of raw pistachios and walnuts every day for work. Grace started using crushed almonds instead of croutons in her salads. Even my neighbor Eleanor, who had been battling pre-diabetes, noticed improvements in her blood sugar after swapping out heavily processed snacks for clean, natural nuts. It was incredible to watch these tiny adjustments ripple outward, creating healthier habits, stronger bodies, and happier lives. The best part? None of it required expensive supplements, fad diets, or hours at the gym. Just real food, real knowledge, real choices. And today, that opportunity is yours too. You don't need a fancy health coach or a miracle pill. You have the power right now, right in your kitchen, to nourish your body, protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and boost your vitality, simply by picking the right handful of nuts. It's not complicated, it's not overwhelming. It's small, consistent choices rooted in truth, not hype, that create lasting change. And trust me, when you experience the difference, you'll never look at a bowl of nuts the same way again. Over the months that followed, the changes in my life didn't just stay on the surface. They grew deeper, shaping every part of who I was. At first, it was about choosing better snacks, but slowly it turned into something much bigger. I started feeling more connected to my body, listening to it, respecting it. Instead of reaching for food out of habit or convenience, I began making every bite a conscious decision, a quiet promise to myself. I deserve to feel strong. I deserve to live well. This small shift in mindset spilled over into other areas too. I found myself waking up earlier, energized and excited for the day. Walks around the block with my dog, Buddy, turned into long, joyful hikes through the nature trails around Charleston. My mind, once foggy and tired after meals, became clear and focused. Simple tasks felt easier. Laughter came quicker. Stress faded faster. Friends noticed. Family noticed. But more importantly, I noticed. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like I was fighting my body. I felt like I was partnering with it, building a foundation of strength, resilience, and joy from the inside out. The old Ethan, the one who mindlessly munched whatever was easy or familiar, was gone. In his place stood someone stronger, wiser, more alive. And it all started with something as seemingly small as being mindful about which nuts I ate. Today, whenever I share my story, I always emphasize one thing. Growth doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Sometimes real transformation begins with a single moment of awareness, a simple choice that says, I choose better for myself. Every time I grab a handful of raw almonds instead of a sugar-laden snack, it's a quiet act of self-respect. Every time I pack Brazil nuts for a road trip instead of grabbing a bag of candy, it's a reminder I'm worth taking care of. And let me tell you, there's no greater feeling than living each day knowing you're building a stronger, healthier future with every small, powerful decision you make. Because the truth is simple. Small steps create unstoppable momentum. And every smart choice you make today plants the seeds for a vibrant tomorrow. 7. If there's one truth I've learned through this journey, it's this. You have more control over your health and your future than you ever realized. It doesn't take a massive overhaul or an overwhelming life change to start living better. It starts with something small, something as simple as choosing real food that nourish, protect, and energize you. Just imagine the possibilities. Waking up each morning with energy instead of exhaustion, feeling lighter, stronger, and more alive with every passing day. Knowing that each small, mindful decision is adding up, quietly, steadily, toward a life filled with vitality, joy, and freedom. Choosing the right nuts may seem like a small step, almost too simple to matter. But trust me, it matters. Because every small, positive choice rewrites the story of your life. Today you have a choice too. You can continue down the same path, grabbing whatever snack is convenient, letting marketing labels decide your health for you. Or you can stand up for yourself. You can say, no more. You can choose almonds that nourish your heart, walnuts that sharpen your mind, pistachios that protect your gut, Brazil nuts that strengthen your immune system, and you can let go of the hidden dangers. Macadamia nuts drowning in calories, peanuts laced with toxins, pine nuts causing strange side effects, chestnuts that spike your blood sugar. You are not powerless. You are not too old, and it is never too late to start. Every handful you choose is a chance to honor your body. Every bite is a vote for a healthier, brighter tomorrow. So today I challenge you. Clean out your pantry. Choose wisely. Nourish yourself like the precious, powerful human being you are. Your best days are not behind you. They're waiting for you. And they begin right now with just one handful at a time. Let's make this next chapter the healthiest, strongest, and most vibrant one yet, together. 8. The most powerful lesson I've learned through this simple journey with nuts is this. True health is built through small, consistent acts of self-respect. It's not about chasing the latest diet fads or you're exhausting yourself with impossible routines. It's about the quiet, daily decisions, the foods you choose, the care you show your body, the respect you give yourself even when no one is watching. Choosing nourishing foods like the right nuts is a declaration, I am worth the effort. And when you make that choice often enough, it doesn't just change your body, it changes your mindset. It transforms how you see yourself, from someone who reacts to life to someone who creates their future, one wise decision at a time. No change is too small, no choice is too insignificant, and it's never ever too late to begin. You have the power, you always have. The only question is, will you use it today? Ready to make a real difference starting today? Here's how. 1. Audit your pantry. Check every nut product you own. Toss anything roasted in hydrogenated oils, coated in sugar, or overly processed. 2. Stock up on clean options. Buy raw or dry roasted almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts without added oils or flavors. 3. Create a snack station. Fill small containers with your healthy nuts and place them where you usually feel tempted. Your desk, your car, your kitchen counter. Practice mindful eating. Slow down. Enjoy the flavors. Savor each bite as a celebration of the new, vibrant life you are building. Small changes, massive rewards. Your future self will thank you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and share with your friends. Your support keeps these stories alive. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And if today's story touched your heart, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, stay well, and see you in the next story.